Hello folks, today we'll look at my second game against my new sparring partner, National Master, let's call him Sébastien. Was able to draw this time and look at these numbers. Is it because we played like gods? Well, not really. It's more because the game was pretty straightforward, to be honest, and very drawish. Look at this line. Near perfection, so I did play like gods, or the game was pretty simple, but look at these numbers. 100% accuracy opening. Same for him, and then middle game, 94.8, 96.6, 99.4, and 99.2 in game. As I keep telling you, let's take game review with a grain of salt, but it's very pleasing to see. By the way, it's the first time I'm above 95 ever since I've been using this review thing. So let's take a look at this game. Very important game for my confidence in my preparation for the Canadian Open. Okay, so I'm white, and you know, first game I played against him, he played something messed up, and I was out of book really quick. And this time he played normally, so we're going to go pretty deep into my preparation. I'm going to tell you how far my preparation is. Now, this was a few days ago. I didn't feel so great for a few days, so I decided not to analyze this. So I'll try to remember the best I can. Okay, so this is a Queen Gambit decline. Okay, I don't know the name of the variation. There's all sorts of names. I can maybe, if I click here. So that would be the 3 knights. I cannot pronounce this. Harwitz attack. So I don't like. I don't memorize the names of what I play, you know, my lines. I just memorize the lines. And I'm working hard on that to remember them for my tournament, of course. So this is still in my prep. Okay, so these are all book moves. And I can't really explain them because, by the way, one day I'll show you how I prepare my opening lines. This is, again, an old repertoire from 10 years ago, and it stops there. That's my last line, my last move. So I use game databases, and I use chess engines. Now, I used to use 3 chess engines 10 years ago. I don't need to anymore. I think Stockfish is enough. We'll talk about that in the future. But I cannot explain those moves very well. It's been a long time that I prepared this. Again, this is 10 years old. So we're going to start an analysis here where I'm out of book. I am out of book. And he plays yet another book move. Of course, these players, he's a national master. Let's remember that his peak rating is 2250, so he knows what he's doing. And it's a very common, if I understand correctly, this is a very common line. Now I played this. First move I play is checkmark. Checkmark, good enough. So I decided just to, it felt natural just to hit the open file on tempo on this bishop. So I'll do my best again to analyze this. I wish I was fresher, but it's relatively, as I said, straightforward. You'll see I didn't feel the same pressure as last time. And this time I was relaxed. That's why it's so great to play this person. And I might make a series called something like sparring partner, something like that, maybe National Masters, NM sparring partner. So if we play enough games, I could analyze all of those games and put it outside of the long road to FIDE Master. I'm just gonna say a few more things about this. So first game against him was important for the series that talks about my journey, right? My first draw, which is game number 2, which is real nice, is very important. Eventually, I don't know when, but I might beat him one day. I sure hope so, at least once or something like that. Not to be cocky, but it's possible. He's beatable. So first win, I would put it, again, in long road to FIDE Master. It's part of my process. But all the other games, I think I would make a series separated, just the sparring partner thing. He's not my coach, but he gives me advice. I ask him for advice once in a while. He accepted. And I asked him, do you want to play? I want to invite you. Again, this is daily chess. And he said yes. So he would be my sparring partner if we play enough games. I sure hope he will accept the next game. Let's keep going. So he pushes this pawn. I don't see any mistake that I made. I mean, again, look, if we go back, this is book. Now this is not book. Computer maybe prefers bishop here. Fine. He moves back. Now I develop here. Again, computer repeats prefer bishop d3, but it doesn't prevent the push of this pawn. This push annoyed me a little bit, and he's very very good in. I showed you previous videos, but he's 3,500 in puzzles. By the way, I reached 3,000 in 3,000 puzzles. So watch that video. That should come out the day after this video. 3,000 in puzzles for me, but he's still 3,500 is insane. So he's very good at tactics and being annoying. So okay, I'm gonna take this pawn. I have to. I cannot allow him maybe to push again. Well, we'll leave it there, but give him the opportunity to eventually push it again, have a pass pawn. Or even if he takes like this, then you know, if I takes, he takes. I have an isolated pawn. And my king is still in the middle, he's already castled. You see the kind of trouble I can run into, and I like the nice and calm positional games. So I'm just gonna take what's unfortunate, and something that I recently learned. I learned something. So we already talked about the fact that bishop pair is very strong, right? Well, I saw Magnus Carlsen in an interview say that for him, bishop pair is so strong that he's willing, in many positions, he's willing to sacrifice a pawn just to have the bishop pair. And it's even stronger against two knights. So in this situation, I had to give away the bishop pair. That's why I did not like, one of the reasons I did not like this pawn push. When we do this, I'm going to have to let go the bishop pair, and I'm going to have a little bit of, not trouble, but some pressure put on me, because he will have a bishop pair I want. So he's playing really, really well right now, because he's going to get rid of one of my bishops. I don't want that, but if I hold on to it too much, my king is still in the middle, and there's crap like this. It doesn't take long before I get in trouble, and you got to go with the flow. It's not going to kill me if I don't have the bishop pair anymore, but I didn't see any way to save that bishop pair, so unfortunately, bang, automatically he takes in this situation. Now, there are situations where you don't necessarily exchange knight for bishop if your knight is very, very strong and much stronger than the bishop, but of course, in this case, it is automatic that he takes with the knight, and unfortunately, I no longer have the bishop pair. And right away, no, not right away, it's coming. You see, I'm not fresh. That was another move that was coming after that. Okay, he pins. I was about to say he's going to be annoying. Now he pins my knight, but look also, this pawn, see this pawn? This pawn is pinned also. And will come under attack eventually. Now he seems very safe for now, right? Well, what if my rook moved? What if his queen goes there? All of a sudden, this is attacked twice. So, oh my god, there's so much potential to have trouble. And what is my counterplay? What can I do, right? So, well, you'll see. Reason why I put my queen here, there's a few reasons. First of all, I continue to protect this knight. It's important for me because I don't want him to take. Then I'm forced to take with the pawn. My pawn structure is disrupt. Yes, I do have an open file on this, but I don't feel like it's so slow. I don't have any threats, so it's very easy for him to defend. So I gotta defend this knight, but I want to defend this hanging bishop, and it gives me an opportunity. This gives me a threat. It's a bit of a threat. I would call it a threat because I want to get rid of his bishop pair. So let's say I play this. It's my turn again. Let's say I play something like this. It's a discovered attack on his bishop. I hit both bishop at once, you know. So I might be able to maybe I might be able to take this. Maybe not. So that's what I had in mind. Also hit this, okay. It's hanging. Would I take it? Well, if I take it, of course it creates an open file on this pawn. But if the time's right, I might take it. It's a bit of an annoyance for him, maybe. He decided to take. Oh, what's recommended is more like keep the bishop and go rook here. That's what the computer says. But it's not a huge mistake. It's just that I'm happy that I think I would have, honestly, I would have played rook e8. It's because I like the bishop pairs more than ever since that Magnus Carlsen interview. So he takes. I was very happy to see that, so I took. And then this is that annoying thing I was talking about. Now he's hitting this pawn. It's hanging. And if I move my bishop somewhere, I don't know, let's make up a move for fun, then he can take, and again, my pawn structure is disrupt. So my bishop is sort of pinned, sort of, because I really don't want that pawn structure. I really don't want that. So I move over to unpin. So it's considered a questionable move. Aha, that's because the computer wants me to push. I'm going to show you what I had in mind, of course. He's going to play this, right? Yeah. So what I had in mind, and we both missed something. So why is this questionable and why is this questionable? And why does the computer want me to push? Well, he does hit this, right? So you might think, why don't you push this to protect yourself? But first of all, by moving my queen, I unpin this bishop. There is a possibility of eventually maybe going here. This is hit, you know, line up with his king. And if queen takes here, bishop e5. Threaten the queen, threaten mate, and I said if he does that, I win automatically. So there's no way he's going to do it. But there's a problem. We both missed it. Can you see the response for black? Just pause the video here. So what does black do? Let's say he takes, and we both missed that. And I threaten his queen, and I threaten mate. It looks like I'm winning, right? What can black do? Let's wait a moment. Let me know in the comments if you found it. All right, we're gonna use the computer for that. And it's him in Discord who told me very shortly after the game, because I didn't have time to analyze it yet. And using the computer is very fast to find. He missed a move. I missed a move. So I would have lost, not lost, but I've been in trouble right away. It's so let's say he takes, and let's say I do this. Bishop takes f2 check, and he hits my queen, and it's a brilliant move that we both missed. He hits my queen. So now he was up a pawn. Now he's up 2 pawns. I take, he takes, and I'm down 2 pawns. Oh yeah, sure, it says -1. I'm gonna lose this game. So I'm already losing after, well, close to 30 moves. How many moves is that? No, 21 moves, yeah. So at move 21, I'm losing. This is losing. Like, I'm not gonna win this. I'm gonna lose, okay? Maybe if he was to play against Nakamura will survive this. But I'm not Nakamura, so I would lose. We both missed that. So it was his only chance to win. Because after that, it will be a draw the whole time. He will have 0 chance to win. Me neither. He will take chances trying to win. He's the one taking the risk, not me. I'll talk about that in a moment. So it was his only chance to win. He didn't see it. It's not that easy to see, to be honest. And what he said, I like what he said. He said, I wish I had calculated 1 move deeper when I saw the bishop e5. And that is interesting because I talked in the past about DAPS check, double attack, pin, sacrifice, and checks. So when you assess a thing like this, oh my God, if I take, he's going to hit my queen and threaten mate. You go a little further and say you do apply the DAPS check system, which I talked about. It might be in the first video that I ever made. I mean, episode 1 of that series. And if you were to do that, you would see, well, there is a check. And you would realize, wait a minute, if I check him, I hit both of these 2 and wait a minute, he has nothing. I got this. And he would have seen it. And I would have seen it. By the way, I did not do the DAPS check thing either. I did this, I saw that. And I sort of bird's eye view this. I didn't really, I didn't look for checks. I didn't look for threats. I just saw, well, he has nothing. What can he do? He has nothing. But I didn't look, is there a check? Is there a double attack, a pin, a sacrifice? Is there a sacrifice? Like, this is a sacrifice, some sort of. It is a temporary sacrifice because he can take this bishop. It's a check, right? Why did I not do my DAPS check? There's no excuse because this is daily chess. Again, there's this thing though. I play relatively fast for daily chess simply because I'm simulating real chess. I don't spend an hour on a move. Had I seen that, automatically, that's not a move that I play. Automatically, I play this just to save my pawn. Okay, so that's what. So it was his only chance to win. But okay, let's keep going. So he plays this. That's why it's considered questionable move. Now I didn't like this too much. The thing is, let's say I take, he takes, and nothing happens. What's going to happen eventually? Rook's gonna come here. Now there's a rook here hitting this. Bishop hits this. Whoops. Bishop hits this. Imagine there's a rook here. Bishop hits this. Queen hits. There you go. Now I have problems again. Okay. Again, of course, I cannot be smooth. So I was slightly annoyed by this. I didn't know exactly what I should be doing in this situation. I still took though. He takes back, and I did something that I really did not like. It felt wrong, but it seems like it wasn't wrong. So the only way I can prevent all this and not give him the file is to challenge him this way. But of course, when he takes, I really don't like taking that way. And I couldn't find any way to do better. There's no way I could allow having a rook here. There's no way. Sometimes did I say knight earlier? Anyway, sometimes I say knight instead of rook. If I said knight earlier, I'm not going to change. It means rook. Now he pushes because his back rank is very weak. Okay. Because of course I can. That would be a shame. Well, he can. Yeah, he can block. I know what. You know, he's just preparing for endgame, I suppose. Also, well, there's no also. But there's an implication, of course, if it gives me an opportunity to force his queen to sort of defend against this bishop take. He cannot take back. So now he pins his own pawn, but it's no big deal in this situation. And you know what? I do the same. Computer prefers that I push a little further, be more aggressive. Now, I'm going to try not to forget to talk about aggressive. Well, I can talk about aggressiveness for now. In this game, it's about to get very drawish very quickly. And I was wondering, well, if I want to... Because, yeah, my goal is to become a FIDE master. And it's very ambitious. Well, what if I reach this goal and I want to go further? You got to find ways to eventually press, and take risk and try to win games. So how can I win? Try to win a drawish position like this. Well, h4 would have been maybe a start, maybe more aggressive. But I never drew against this person. I'm still nervous playing title players. As I said, I was relaxed this time. But I'm still a bit uncomfortable. But later, I might be willing to take more risk. For this time, I said if I draw this, I'll be very happy. It's just because it's the first time. But later, because now it's done, we drew. I'll be willing to take more risk in the future. It's just it's the first time that I score against this very strong player. Once again, he's one of the best player in the province of Quebec and the best player in my region. So it's not a small deal for me. It's important because I'm in confidence. I'm going to play in the open section of the Canadian Open. So far, I think there's 6 grandmasters there. So I don't know if there's going to be more. Obviously, he hits this twice. I'm just going to push. He hits my queen. So what do? You move it, of course. Move the queen there. Now it gives me access to this. Now if he does nothing, I check him and I win this. So he's got to do something about it. So he goes there to prevent me from... It's a very... this is... I don't expect him to miss this. It's just I gotta move my queen somewhere, so let's make it active. That's it. But of course, I know it. You always assume your opponent will see every single move. Now, bishop here offer, and we're gonna enter yet another queen endgame. But this queen endgame is much easier because both our kings are not exposed. Last game against him, it was queen endgame, and my king was so exposed, and his king was very exposed, and it was very painful. These queen endgames are very long and painful. In this case, well, I gotta go with the flow. I decided to, because look at this bishop, it's pretty horrible. So I decided to, either he accepts that we exchange bishops, or he accepts that I have an active bishop. His choice. And again, I'm hitting this. I'm hitting this. You see that this arrow? The arrow shows that I might be able to take this. Let me just verify something. Bishop takes h6. Why am I allowed to do this? Why can't he take? What happens if he takes with his queen? Queen c8 check. Queen h7. Oh, I have it. Is okay. It would be g6, and then okay. So it's a fancy way. I win a pawn. Now it says 0.00. Fine. Queen c1 check. Let's go a bit. Ah, he wins this pawn though. Okay, he gets it. He gets it back. See, when you calculate a bit further. Okay, so it's a fancy way to. We're still even though. Okay, I missed that. I didn't see that at all. Even in my pre-analysis, I look very quickly at the game before I do these videos, obviously. Very quickly, though. Okay, I didn't see that at all. Okay, that's cool. But I didn't miss anything major. So this is good, too, though. You see the thumbs up. So I offer him to trade bishops, and he accepts. And now it's going to be a very joyous position, and I'm going to talk about etiquette in a moment. I'm going to tell you the key moment. So he pushes this pawn. So why does he push this pawn? Oh my god. I think it's because I'm trying to explain that. It's perfectly correct. We're going to have one of these, a structure like this. I think it's preventing me maybe to push. I'm not sure how to explain this, but maybe he can comment. If you're watching, si tu regardes la vidéo, si tu veux faire un commentaire là-dessus. Just asking for a commentary in French. Yeah, so I don't know. He does this, and the idea is to push this, maybe to prevent this. Like, let's say he stays like this. Maybe I can take some. Now, I cannot push yet, I know, but later, if I was to prepare to push like this, I have more space, maybe. Well, imagine this instead. Imagine these pawns here. I'm deeper in. Maybe it's better for me than just a nice and even structure like this. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's the best I can do it. And I can't wait a few years from now when I'm stronger to come back to this and explain it in a clear way. It's the best way I can explain it. And if you can, please do in the comments. Don't hesitate. So I go here. Why do I go here? I want to protect this. And I'm going for the draw. I'm going to go and be absolutely passive. I just want to draw this game. I didn't have any inspiration on how to try to win this, because if I start pushing pawns around my king, I'm taking a big risk. So whoever, and by the way, 0.00, one thing I did in my analysis very quickly, I made Stockfish play against itself, and in a position like this, it's very, very short. It draws every time after only a few moves. Queen here. Maybe he wants to check me in the back. What's the point of doing that? Well, gain a tempo maybe to do something else. So I decided to get away from it prophylactically. Goes back there. And I decided to go there. Now, in this position, against somebody of approximately my level, I would have offered a draw. I'm going to talk about chess etiquette. When you play somebody much stronger than you, I'm playing a national master. My national master sparring partner, let's say he plays a grandmaster. Normally, the much stronger player is the one that will offer the draw. It is a token of respect. You don't really have to do it. I could have offered a draw here. I'm sure he would have refused, because you're going to see in a moment he's going to try to win this. And he should, because he's much higher rated than me. Now, of course, in daily on chess.com chess, we're close rated, but we both play as if I was 1900 and he was, you know, 22 something, you know. So he has to try to win because he's stronger than me. So he's hoping for a mistake or something like this. He cannot really accept a draw, and it's a little bit disrespectful in chess culture to offer a draw against somebody much stronger than you that early. This is to me, it's pretty much a dead game. This is a dead game. So against anybody else, I would offer a draw. Why waste our time and energy? Nothing's gonna happen here. Nothing. But he's gonna try things, but he's the one taking chances. And it's not going to work. It doesn't work. There's no win here. Nobody can win this if we play to perfection. It's not going to happen. So what I started doing, as you just saw, look at my king going. I'm signaling that I don't want to play that. It's over in my mind. And I'm hoping that he's going to offer a draw, but I knew he wouldn't. He has to try something. And I sort of want to, because if he tries something, so long as I play correctly, I'll be able to defend without too much difficulty. Because look at this position, and he's the one taking the risk. If he starts pushing pawns around his king, now his king is exposed. But now if he pushes pawn, maybe I have to push pawn, or you'll see anyway. So I move back and forth, and now he pushes. Oh, so now that changes the dynamic. That's how he's gonna try to win this. There's no win there. We're gonna look at the number here, see if he gains a little bit of an advantage or not. Or maybe I do. So I decided to completely blockade this. I told myself, okay, I'm going to prepare for a pawn endgame. Eventually, we're going to exchange queens probably, because I'm going to do everything I possibly can. Because his king is going to expose and he's going to check me. And if I can block a check and hit his king at the same time, I can force queen exchange. I just got to make sure that I'm going to show you how to calculate pawn endgames. I got to make sure that I count properly the moves, how many moves it takes me to get. Let's say I want to get here. Why do I get here before him, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video, okay? Look at timestamps as usual. So he checks me there. I go back there. So why did I not go there? I don't remember. Like, I wish I was fresher. As I said, it didn't feel so good, so I couldn't analyze it right away. Why here? I don't remember why I did not go there. I went there. It's the right move, but why not there? I don't remember. Sorry. But this is okay too. Okay, is there okay? Let's verify at least. Can I play this instead? Yes. Okay, so either or, I suppose. I don't remember why I did that. Whatever. All I have to do is keep my queen here. Protect this. I don't move my queen. And protect this. And protect this. And he checks me and move over. Checks me and move over. Checks me and move over. What can he do? I don't know. Then I go here. And then, oh yeah, I wanted to do a back and forth. Oh, that's why. So I could have gone here, but after that I would have gone there. I'm going to go back and forth like this. That was my plan. I said, there's nothing he can do. Nothing he can do. But he's going to try things. Now he exposes his king. So I was trying to find a way. Is there a way I can exploit this? No. Move back and forth. This is dead. This position, this game is dead. This is a draw. It's going to be a draw. He pushes the pawn. This is an expected move. We have this famous structure. So, of course, throughout the pawn endgame, I'm going to count how many moves it takes me to get there and how many moves it takes him to maybe make a queen, right? So, we'll show you that. I can't wait to show you that. So, I decided to push this pawn. So, was it? Of course, you might see you're taking a risk. Well, I gotta play the game. I gotta play the position. I decided to try to trade pawns. Okay, we're gonna trade stuff to. I want to simplify the game to end up with a draw. And by doing this, my intention was to take with my king. Yes, it's exposed, but I can always block all the checks with my queen. And I want my queen to protect these 2 pawns. If I do, I'm okay. And I can even run around with my king around my queen or whatever. So I push, and if he does nothing, well, I'm attacking this twice, by the way, right? So he's got to do something about that. There's many things he can do, I suppose. But I don't know if it's the only move, but he just took, and I took with my king like this. And this way, these 2 pawns are protected. I'm really playing for the draw here. I really believed that this position was completely dead. And it stays at 0, so I don't think I was wrong. Now he checks me. So how do I defend while protecting these 2 pawns? Not very hard to see. Yeah, I thought I blocked here. That's not what I did. Okay, I went there. What? Okay, I thought I blocked there. So is blocking there okay? Probably. I can verify. I'm gonna double check. I don't want to make a mistake. So look at that. Look at all these moves. And can I add more? How does that thing work? I hate this thing. I already told you that a few times. How do I oh my god. Yes. 5. Okay, so there's like 3. When he checks me, there's 3 good responses. Response number 4, now I'm losing the game. Okay, so many ways to defend. So okay, so in my mind it was already I run around my queen with my king or something like that. Eventually I won't be able to do it. See, my queen's still protecting these 2 pawns. I'm doing my best to explain that. Please let me know in the comments if it's a sufficient explanation. I'll also ask him for feedback. He did like my last analysis, so that's cool. Give me positive feedback on my last analysis for last game. We'll see about this one. So I decided to check. Okay, so there's something here. So there's a bit of a problem here. So the reason why he plays this, in my view, he wants to go down there. And why was it a problem again? I can't really exactly remember what. I didn't want him. Oh no. Here. Now if he checks me like this, where do I go? Okay, let's say it's his turn again. Okay, he's trying things. Again, he has to. He cannot afford losing against me technically, as if we're sort of playing as if we were playing in real life. Again, in daily chess is 1894. I'm 1816 because I drew 4 games in a row. I was a bit higher than this, maybe 1830. So we're close enough. But we don't care about our daily ratings. We play as if it was. Anyway, so if he's really trying hard, like if it's his turn again, he checks me like this, where do I go? Here? Do you see how uncomfortable this is? Now my king is getting pretty close to, there's this pawn, there's this king there. Can he, man, he can start, and then he can hit me here maybe. No, it wouldn't really work. Maybe I would move, but I don't know exactly what he can do. But I really hated that move very, very much. And I move here, I really hated that. I don't know how much of a problem it would have been. Okay, but I hated that very much. I decided to prevent it. Well, first of all, I'm going to check him. Now, there's many lines. It depends what he does, but of course, I'm hoping for a triple repetition or something like this. But I can. This pawn prevents me from triple repeating, anyways, or exchanging queens or something like that. Goes in the back. Now I propose queen exchange. Sorry, I just burped. I propose queen exchange, and I protect this square. That's what I wanted. Checks me again. Block. Checks me again. Now, let's talk about counting. Okay, when you do pawn in games, you can see very far. There's a trick to see very far. Okay? So let's imagine a scenario where I block, he takes, and I take. My king's here, right? Now, I was constantly counting. There's a trick. So, okay. Who queens first in this situation? if we try to queen. So I don't have to try to queen, by the way. I can just stay there, prevent him from, like, there's no way he's gonna come inside here, right? So, and stay in this area. And any attempt that is done is in this area, I stay there. But what if I try to queen? So I could go that way, hit this, take this, and push this pawn. But if I do that, he's gonna do the same thing on this side. You know, he's gonna be here, he's gonna come in like this. So how do you do that? Do you go like in your mind? This is very important for those who don't know this. So let's imagine we exchange the queens like this. My king is here and it's his turn and he plays. So his king is here, my king is here. And we do a race. So do you go in your mind, go in your mind, go king here, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here. I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I push, he pushes. In your head? No. I have a better man. It's just first of all, it's very prone to mistakes. It's very slow. So there's a trick. You just count moves. How many moves does it take you? So what do you do? So this is the starting point, and it's my turn. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I hit this. 10. Him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll show you something after. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I queen before him. So I just calculated 10 moves ahead, folks. 11 moves ahead. So I queen before him and I cover that square. So I'm winning. Here's the problem though. There's another way. So I said 10, right? How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I queen before him, but guess where my king is? Where's my king? What was my last king move? Here. You see how far I saw? Is it because I'm a genius? No, it's technique. So you gotta count how many moves it takes if you're gonna attempt stuff. So I saw in this position, even if I try, well, if I try, I lose. Well, I don't lose. Well, I probably lose because we both had queens, but he queens on check. If it wasn't of this pawn, I would be winning because I prevent his, him from queening. So keep that in mind. You don't have to imagine the king's moving. You can just count how many moves. And when you prepare to transition towards an endgame, you can in advance count how many moves it's going to take you to get to a certain point and a winning point in the position. And your opponent, depending on his strength, might not know that. And so you'll see so far ahead, you'll see like 10, 12 moves ahead, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Without even have to calculate for real. You just count. You like that? Let me know in the comments. So I blocked. I went there. He's trying all sorts of things. So what is he trying? I don't. He wants this again, I think. I think he wants this again. I decided maybe it's not the best move. It's fine. I decided to check him. There was no mistakes in this situation. That's it. Okay. So they said, great. It's an only move. Now he wants because okay, obviously because if he goes there, I will have a triple repetition. You might say, oh, but you up a pawn. Correct. So what I would do here, it's a marvelous. There's no way he would do that. Okay. Well, let's say he does that. Now I have my triple repetition. Then I would. First of all, while he goes in the corners. So then I can decide, well, either I can draw right now. Well, now I'm up a pawn. My king is in the middle, which is a good thing because it's an endgame. But my king is exposed because it's a queen endgame. Is there a way I can exchange queens? Well, in fact, there is. Well, is there? Yeah. Yes, there is. So that's winning for me because he goes there. I go there, he goes up, I go up, he goes down. Maybe I go down. Maybe I made one move too many. I hit his queen. I hit his king. Well, is that winning? Well, I mean, this is yes, it is winning. You now have a pass pawn, right? So obviously, we never ever allow this. It's the only move is that's why it says great move. But what I try to say here is I would have looked. I would maybe not have taken the triple repetition, but it's really nice when you have a guaranteed draw. You have a guaranteed draw and a chance to maybe win or attack. But I knew he would do that. Obviously, I didn't expect that. There's no way he's gonna do that. And it doesn't matter how strong or low rated, I'm gonna say weak, your opponent is, always assume he'll make the right move. Unless you're completely desperate, then you can try tricks because you're dying, but that's a different story. I'm just trying to draw the game here. So here I decided that because of the thing I told you with the pawn pushing, all I had to do in this situation is exchange queens, and I calculated 1, 2, and after queen exchange, I'm here, I calculated 1, 2, right? And in this situation, doesn't matter what he does, all I have to do is back and forth like this, and this pawn's always protected. There's nothing he can do. If he moves his king, I move here, and if he moves back again, and I move here, I get it's called the opposition when you get in front of the king. But none of this matters. This is a draw again. It's completely dead. But if he pushes his luck too much, he's gonna have maybe problems, but probably not. He can go there. I'll go there. I'll just follow his king around. Goes there, go there. He cannot come in and goes back, go back. There's nothing he can do. So that's why I did this. There's absolutely nothing. But I had to count. I said 1, 2, and I'm here, so I said 1, 2, and this is a draw. So takes. He goes there. Great move. Great move. Great move again. And he offered me a draw. Finally, and I took it. I took the draw. This game is dead. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing I can do. So you might say, well, you didn't try very hard to win. Well, give me a chance, man. This guy's much stronger than I am. So I got a draw. That's fine. So maybe next time there is a drawish position, I'll try to find a way to sort of push through. I got to watch more Nakamura stuff because he's really good at he's beyond this world in terms of understanding chess, but how do you win pretty much 100% of your game against normal grandmasters? When I say normal grandmaster, 2500 level grandmaster, he pretty much wins 100% of the time. I'm talking about, well, any speed pretty much. Near 100%. Or maybe draw or win all the time. So how do you crush people like this? Is by playing insane lines and sacrificing stuff and taking chances. And who said, is that Magnus again? Magnus, maybe it's Magnus or Nakamura said they'd rather risk losing in 14 moves than playing boring. No, that was Nakamura. He was talking about like a game like this to Nakamura is very boring. It's like watching paint dry. To me, I was like, yeah, because there's a lot of technical things behind it, but for him, it's very granted. But I showed you all the counting and stuff. There's a lot going on, but it doesn't really show on the board. And he talked about these types of games and this type of gameplay where it's like watching paint dry. And he said he'd rather risk losing in 14 moves by taking chances than play games like this. But my goal is not to make fun games. My goal is to succeed, to progress. But one day, and I don't think it's going to be a problem until I reach my goal. If I reach my goal, I don't know if I will. I'm not going to be cocky about it. It's very ambitious. But once I reach 2300, if I want to become an international master one day, I know that I sound insane right now, but it's the beginning of my journey. Who knows? In 10 years where I'll be. If I want to become an international master, I'm going to have to start being way more aggressive than this. But if I play this way, in a very safe way, like I just drew against a national master, a FIDE master will have a positive score against a guy like this. But we will not crush a national master like this all the time. So it will be you know, he will win more than he loses and draw a lot. And, you know, because, again, his peak rating is 2250 something. My goal is 2300. So it's close to where he is. And I don't know if he was, because, you know, he beat Nigel Short. I told you that in the last video. He drew against Nigel Short. He beat Nigel Short, you know, in Blitz. So I don't know how strong he is in over the board FIDE level, you know, FIDE international chess right now. Maybe he is underrated a little bit, right? It's hard to say. I don't know. Anyways, is there anything else I needed to say? I don't think there's anything else I need to say. Tomorrow, well, the day after this release, I'm going to show you that I reached 3,000 puzzles. Playing games helped me with puzzles. Now, there's a chance also during the tournament that I might appear on camera using my phone. I gotta do some research though regarding safety of my YouTube account if I log in using Wi-Fi on in a hotel or LTE. Well, maybe LTE is safer. Cost a lot though. Anyway, I'll figure it out. For that, I mean. But I would upload, you know, me talking to the phone at the beginning of the tournament. After 3, 6, and 9 rounds, I wouldn't show games, but I would just say, oh, here's how it's going, or whatever. That's all I got for you today, at least. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.